viewers, you're welcome to another exciting edition of Ladies First. My name is Ijoma Ejiofor.
And my name is Fumi Modupe.
Our topic today is rising from COVID. You know that in the last 2 years, it's been a ride. It's been an experience for a lot of us with COVID and the aftermath of COVID, and we are still going through it. So, what has been your experience, from rising from COVID?
Okay. So I think for me, I would like us to talk about like the personal, take it from the personal. During COVID was really hard. It was a hard time on me as a person, because also it was a time I had the whole family was locked down together.
Yes, I can relate to that.
The whole family was locked down together, and I'm not, I'm somebody who has worked from the house for a long time. I have always been remote, working, doing my business from the house, spending a lot of time in the house and just having, more people in the house. It was really very like my kids would say sketchy. I'm like, why is everybody in my space? And that really it made me anxious, it made me angry, I was confused. I didn't even know how to, plan myself. But after a while, I got over there and I got into some other things. And then, so personally, being happy with that state, it was a time to be with family, yes. But I missed myself. I missed my space. It was like something happened to my sanity, But then coming out of COVID, what I have learned was, at least before we came out of COVID, I could make use of the opportunity of my family being there. We talked more, we fought more, or so much. But COVID gave me a personal time. I started a WhatsApp group called Parenting. Parents, raising their teenagers. I started that during COVID. It was quite engaging for me. So at least, and then now coming out of COVID, I think I'm a private person. I'm still remote. I still spend more time at home. I still spend more time at home. But I've grown. I've grown to become more appreciative of life. More appreciative of life.
I think for me, at the beginning of COVID, I was excited.
Oh wow!
I was excited because I thought it was like a winding down period. Do you understand? Because I'm a very active person. I like going out and I like being on the road. So for me, I felt, oh wow, fantastic! A time for the family to be together and to bond. And for the first few months, it was exciting. We did things together. We had some even play acting.
Really nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
we did karaoke, and
nice.
we really bonded as a family. Then we used to exercise every morning, so it was something that we did, and we were able to like inspire almost our whole neighborhood to start exercising, because every single day we were out exercising and all that. So it was really exciting for me. But as time went on, I began to get anxious.
Okay.
Yes,
what?
When things began to shut down
properly.
And our businesses, we virtually lost one of our businesses. Because the business was basically about servicing people. So that like shut down. So I began to be anxious, because I said, if this thing goes on for much longer, people's livelihoods can literally be.
And that was what happened to
a lot of people's livelihoods. So I began to become very anxious, and I really wanted it to be over. And as we began to rise, from
Thank
COVID,
God.
I learned that family is really everything at the end of the day. When everything shuts down, it's really the family that we have to. So I had a deeper appreciation of family, and as things began to open up, I started going out again, because that's really what I enjoy doing. So that that has been one of the joys of rising
Of
from COVID, being able
rising.
to be in control of your time
Yeah.
and your space.
But I think talking about family, so let me talk more about family. So I think family times was both negative and positive. Yeah, so family time, like in my own house, we had the bonding time, and the bonding time was just seeing new things about my daughter. My daughter was locked down here with me, and seeing new things about my daughter. She couldn't cope with, everybody being in her space, like she would call it. Everybody being in, you wake up in the morning and your dad is there and your mom is there. Oh my goodness. Your dad is here, your mom is there. So I found out that also I was working longer hours. I just wanted to be outdoor, just out of out of everybody's face. Because I consider myself as someone who is lonesome. There's something about me just being to myself, and I lost that during COVID because everybody was around. We tried the cooking together, it didn't work. Yeah, but we did some prayer time together, right?
Yeah, and even for me, in the spiritual aspect, actually during COVID, because before, most of the things we did spiritually was face to face.
Yeah,
Our meetings
Yeah.
And going to church,
yeah,
fellowshipping, and all that was personal.
yeah, it
You
was.
understand? And during COVID, we transitioned
Uh-huh.
to online.
Online, yeah, I remember.
You understand? We did everything online. So as we're rising from COVID, I'm stuck on the online. And it has been
Joy, you're not the one who stuck.
it
I am
has been
stuck.
very, very difficult for me to transition from online to
Offline.
offline. And get to attend fellowship and things like that.
one-on-one.
And it also got me to really question a lot of things about who I am, and what are the things that make me tick. I realized that I can actually exist
Without
by
anybody.
myself. And it's a scary
Without
thing.
me.
No, it's scary because
It is.
you
It is.
you become more self-reliant when you actually need people. So that's one of the things that rising from
Yeah.
COVID
Yeah.
it has made me more comfortable living offline, living online
Online.
than having like interpersonal relationships. So it's a process.
It is. It is. So we're rising. Like I said,
we're rising.
we're rising. We're rising out of COVID aftermath
Yes.
and all of its effects on ourselves, our person, our family, our relationships. And I think when it comes to faith, so when you say that thing about being on your own,
Yeah.
like I said, I've been lonesome for. I enjoy being lonesome.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah,
like just being by myself, just doing my own thing or doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you can entertain yourself all by yourself.
No, I'm very boring. I'm not even the entertaining
No, but
one.
you can
know.
you can actually start from morning to night
And
have
night.
things
And have
be
things.
busy from morning
Yes.
to night, and
So
then
that's what the beauty of online,
Yeah.
And then so my faith being online now because it was all of a sudden my faith, online faith, I got so in love with the books, reading Bible online, books online.
But that's really
I can't remember the last time I got my physical book.
Yeah, but you do that.
Bible.
Like thinking about it now, God
Yes.
relates to us online because we don't. It's like we don't see
Okay.
Him. Do you understand? And it's
Yeah.
almost like online.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah,
like online. There was a post I did and I said, God, I don't know if you come onto Instagram or Facebook, but please, I need you here. Because I think then I was trying to really push one product. God, please come online with me, I beg you, But the faith. So I think that the online thing, I loved it. So talking about our businesses, during lockdown and after lockdown, like I said, for me, I've always been remote. I've been off brick and mortar offices for so long, but what was different with COVID was that your audience my audience weren't online. So I before COVID was into employability trainings, training of undergrads and graduates. I was also as a particular of my business offering services, to parents whose kids want to go abroad. That can be anywhere because I have parents, from um, different countries in Africa and some from Nigeria. That has always been fully remote. But I was into training, and my training were, in collaboration with other people. We were doing face to face. So COVID came, and of course, everybody was managing their lives, locked down, and thinking, so what next? I didn't have any clue of how what am I going to do with this business? Ijoma, there was a night I erased the name of my business. I said, no, it can no longer be this. Let me change it. Within 4 hours, I changed the name of my business. I started some new vision. I thought I was losing it. I was so erratic that morning. Then I had to talk to someone and say, let me calm down. Because COVID actually pushed you to the edge, then bring you back. It was like something so elastic,
I think for me, like you, a lot of our businesses were training, um, and social lifestyle kind of business. So it had to do with people actually meeting. You understand? So, but when COVID hit, we had to. Our business also prospered, especially the FCWS one. In terms of everybody was online, so we had like a capture audience. So we were able to really exchange ideas, and from there, I think a lot of businesses actually grew from those interactions.
Groups,
Yes. So that was a plus because we were able to really like focus and think and actually create things from inception to when it actually becomes a product. But after the COVID, at least for somebody like my husband who builds, it was a tough time for him. So but after rising from the COVID, he has been able to find his feet back. So that is the way it affected different people in different areas. And for me was in one aspect, like I said, we lost some business, and in another aspect, we gained some business, and we also were able to have time to think and birth a lot of new businesses during
which is awesome. I mean, that is the rising we're all talking about today. I think also part of the rising for me from the business end was to now, I mean, I feel more comfortable online
and confident,
confident, talking about my business online through videos, and even going into digital products, creating trainings online trainings. I say to myself, you've come a long way. So those are the rising for, and I'm sure a lot of our audience can connect with some of these,
I think for me the most exciting part of rising from COVID has been the social aspect.
We can go back to proving.
Yes, it has been like it's like night and day. Coming from a place where you are home, you cannot go anywhere apart from your estate. Being able to now dress up, look nice,
talk about it,
wear your high heels, and hit the town. Go out with friends, socialize, go out to to watch a movie, to have a drink, to party, and all that has been so exciting.
I can imagine.
You can't imagine how you don't really know how important socialization is
until you get locked down.
You lose it.
It was even more freedom. We lost our freedom during lockdown. But during lockdown we also had online parties. And I was saying to myself, this is not the real thing. This is not the real thing. We had online parties. There were some birthdays, some 50th birthdays of some of our friends. that was
A lot of
online.
people save money too.
A lot of people save money. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
For their 50th.
I had a friend who
Yeah.
had, planned big for 50 years,
Yes.
and then it came and it was locked down, and she just had some little fun. So what has been my own social life? Let me see. Come back to. I think we were all just itchy to go out.
Mostly
If your
mostly
shoes-
to dress up.
If your leather shoes are not stuck up,
Yeah.
and your clothes had not gathered
Yes,
dust and
yes,
looking very funny because it was 2 years of lockdown.
That is an opportunity to
Um,
change your wardrobe. A lot of
It
people
is,
started buying,
yes.
new clothes
Yes,
and new
yes.
things. Yeah.
It's really beautiful,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Going
so-
back to interaction.
So it's been an interesting
Yes.
conversation.
It's been good rising.
Yes.
It's been good rising.
Rising.
It's a lot of plus after COVID. It's also, we have some of our lessons. I think they are lessons. It might not really much be like bad news or negatives, but it was a learning. I don't think the whole world has gone through COVID before. It was a global lockdown, so we keep learning, we keep growing,
Yeah.
right?
So
And,
thank you so much for being part of this
Thank you.
exciting edition, and we hope to see you in the next edition of Business Fest. Bye bye.
Thank you.